All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are. This is Cesar Trabanco from the Global Chamber, and this is the League of Opportunities. And normally, for the League of Opportunities, we have es- specific members presenting and sharing with us a couple of background information of what they want to achieve, the goals, the connections they want, and some specific opportunities as well. But for today, I got a couple of cancellations. People never confirm, and so tomorrow's one is gonna be busy, like very busy. And so let's do something a little bit different today. And let's have all have all space to present. I have a couple new members here, and I would like to start with Geraldine, which is I think the newest member in the room. Geraldine Basek in Houston. Welcome, Geraldine. And if you could please introduce yourself, tell us a little bit. In this call, I'd like to get a little bit of a background, more than just, before we jump into the business, get to know you better. And then we jump into the business and what you went to, the connections for you and all you're doing. Welcome.
Thank you, Cesar. And hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Geraldine from Houston, Texas. And I am the new kid on the block in here. I was kind of curious about what this Zoom meeting was going to be. So I decided to join. And I actually work in the real estate industry. I've been doing that for 15 years. My previous background has been in banking for a long time. So I decided to join the chamber just because Houston is a very diverse international city. And I think the connections that we make in these type of events are always welcome. We learn from everybody. I am also a member of the Houston Association of Realtors Global Chapter. So where we provide education, assistance to the 50,000 members in the Houston area and surrounding counties. So that's a little bit about me. And I'm looking forward to learn from each of you and getting to know you.
Thank you, Geraldine. And what's hot in Houston besides the weather in the summer? What's
Would
hot?
you
What
believe right now,
oil and
it's
gas expand?
almost 80 degrees in Houston.
Yeah.
As far as Houston is a very international city. Um, Due to the very diverse industries that we get, from oil and gas to medical to manufacturing to the Port of Houston, we get people from all over the world. Whatever you want to eat, you're going to find in Houston from anywhere in the world. So it's a great city. Um, but other than that, like I said, it's we get relocation, either domestic companies moving to Texas, international companies moving here, opening businesses. So uh, we, like I said, we get a lot of international people here.
Excellent. Perfect. Thank you very much, Geraldine. I
Thank
know you
you.
you've been part of the real estate roundtable and so it's great that you've been active already. Any questions for Geraldine? Or have anyone done business in Houston or visit Houston often?
Geraldine, I got my son's in Cyprus.
Oh, okay, yeah. So about 20, I would say 30 minutes from Houston.
That depends on the time of day.
That's exactly the time of day. On a weekend, it'll take you like 25 minutes, if not a little bit longer, for sure. Everything is kind of far in here with the traffic.
Do you do commercial or
I do commercial as
residential?
well. I
Oh,
focus on both residential and commercial.
okay. Good.
Perfect.
Geraldine, I used to be really active in FIAPSI,
Oh,
the
yes.
international
Yeah.
organization, and also with the global committee of the South Bay Association of Realtors here in Southern California in our Bay Cities area.
Yes. Yeah. We're familiar with the Epsi.
Excellent.
Well,
Well,
wonderful.
thanks again, Geraldine, and
Thank
you're more than
you.
invited to stay here for the hour and meet other members. I would like to ask David. Is that David Aguilar? And just in case, David, you're mute. Okay, so we can try with David later on. I would like to then move to Leticia. Leticia Zaka. It's Zeka, right? With an E.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
So Leticia was part of our League of Opportunity last month. I think it was her first event. And so Leticia, after that, we'll be making some connections. You're going to Brazil next month, and feel free to introduce yourself and tell us more about your firm.
sure. Thank you, Cesar. I am Leticia Zeca-Ross. So my background, I'm half Brazilian, half Italian. Um, I moved to the US in 2016 to do my master's degree at Georgetown University. Then moved to California, and now I manage a law firm in Phoenix and in San Diego. So João works for the firm as well. I am married, like background. So I'm married. We together have 4 kids, all grown up. My youngest is 21, turning 21. We have a dog and a cat. And so I used to be a public defender for almost 16 years before decide to let everything go and start over in the US, passed the California bar 3 years ago, worked for several startups. And I also helped my husband, which is a founder by nature, to run 5 other companies. It's insane, our life. We have a nonprofit that helps people in need to find food and recovery opportunities. It's an AI app, but we now put a CEO to run it. We have an AI coding platform with developers here in Phoenix that are helping people to create client portals, really cool stuff. And then I am extremely involved with our marketing company as well that helps business to create prompts and be more show up more in LLMs like ChatGPT, Perplexity. So we are full force team of a law firm. We would just focus on business, do specifically startups and everything related to business, tax audits, incorporation, exits, raising funds, and contracts and everything around that time. We have a team of 6 people now. It's growing, but it's also a challenge because it's a small business. There's also the situation that I'm dealing with to be a business owner. I really enjoy have joined the chamber. It was really nice to meet Doug and Caesar. Been part of 2 meetings, one in person and one, the last one on Zoom. That's me. That's a little bit about me. A little bit more, a lot about me.
Thank you, Leticia. And what's the best or the perfect client for you? What type of startup? Where they're located? Is it mainly in California, or you're working with Brazilian companies in the US? What's the best scenario?
So that's a great question. We work with several industries. So we work with companies based in Tunisia, in Canada, and they're doing business in US and in Brazil. Cross-border transactions we do, but I really enjoy work with innovation. So for me, the best client is startups, people that created medical devices, or creating some training purpose, and then creating some information data companies, and they wanted to incorporate in Delaware, in Wyoming, Nevada, or wherever they prefer to, and start raising funds and grow. That's why. So Jerome is now creating some package so we can focus on reducing the legal cost for startups, because it's really expensive, the legal. And we are creating an AI tool where they can generate their own documents and then just be validated by their attorneys. So my focus is always startups, like early stage startups.
Excellent. Any questions for Leticia? And if not, I would like to invite Joao Felipe to introduce himself, as he's joining us today. Joao, are you also in California?
Hi, Cesar. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm based in San Diego. I'm also, like Leticia, originally from Brazil. We born in the same city, and I came to US 3 years ago. First to like learning English, but I saw met my wife here, and like to try to stay together. I kind of changed my life to continue my study here. So I just finished my master's degree at University of San Diego. And I have been working for helping startups in Brazil for 10 years. And I'm very glad right now because I have the chance to keep that work for companies here in US, working for Leticia. And also we are helping some companies from Brazil and from other countries to come to us, help them to go through all these legal issues, legal stuff. So yeah, I'd like to connect with someone especially from California, but we're also open to help anyone from other parts of the world.
Excellent, Joao. Welcome and congratulations on the studies. I just remember about a contact, Leticia, in Brazil, that he works with startups. He's mainly helping startups to export to other countries or get presence in other countries. So I'm gonna look at that and make that connection. That seems like a good fit.
Yes, please. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Sure, sure. And before I jump into the next, Geraldine, I think that question I should ask as well. You know, what's the best client for you? What's the best person? Is it mainly commercial? Is it mainly residential? Who do we have to look for you?
In reality, both. Because we do help a lot with the relocation. It starts with the business and kind of trickle down into the residential area always.
Cool, cool, perfect. Okay,
Thank
let's
you.
move. Sure, sure. Let's move now to Miguel Puga. Miguel, where are you today? Mexico, Bolivia, Canada?
Hello, Cesar. How are you? Hi, everybody. Good to see the ones I know and good to see the new ones as well. Can you hear me well?
Yes, perfect.
Yes, thank you. Well, I work in international business development. I've been doing that for 30 years, mostly helping foreign companies to get into the Canadian and the US market, Mexico as well. I'm originally from Mexico, have Canadian citizenship as well, and Bolivian, which is where I am right now in South America. I have also lived in the US 3 times, a couple of times in Houston, and 3 times in Texas, 2 in Houston, 1 in Tyler. And besides helping companies to do business internationally, I work in operational efficiency. I am partnered with the Lean Six Sigma Institute, company that was born in Mexico in the late 90s. Corporate office is currently in San Diego, California. And so that's what we do. We're currently working a lot with the Spanish and Portuguese companies, helping them get into North America. Caught my attention what Leticia mentioned regarding startups and legal work that she does. I recently helped a law firm in Spain to find some business in Canada, and they specialize in startups as well. They specialize in helping startups to get into the Spanish market. If you see any synergy there, Leticia, and would like me to introduce you to them, by all means, please reach out. I put my LinkedIn profile on the chat, and I can, of course, give you all the information about this company. Maybe you guys can talk and find some synergies. Other than
That's
that,
beautiful, Miguel. Thank you so much. I'll reach out to you for sure.
if you need any help in business development, global sourcing, and operational efficiency, cost reductions, let me know. My profile is there on the chat. Hopefully you can send me a contact request. And that's it. Thank you very much, guys. Nice to be here.
Thank you. I will. Thank you so
Thank-
much.
Thank you, Miguel. Are you still involved in food and beverage? I remember you were covering that part in Canada, right?
Yeah, well, over the years, in all the business development and market entry projects that I have worked on, I most of the work, not most of the work, but a lot of the work is food and beverage because it's one of the main industries, and no matter what the market conditions are, we all have to eat and drink. So that's always a sector that has a lot of movement. And yeah, it's good that you mention it because I do a lot of work with alcoholic beverages, and I'm a licensed agent to help to represent alcoholic beverages producers in the province of Ontario in Canada. So I have done a lot of work in alcoholic beverages as well, introducing foreign suppliers to the Canadian market and also representing companies in the province of Ontario, which for those of you that don't know, alcoholic beverage marketing in there is managed by a provincial organization called the LCBO, and they control importing, distribution, and retailing of alcoholic beverages in the province of Ontario. They have their own 650 stores, and it works similarly in all other provinces in Canada. Every provincial government has a provincial government body that deals with importing, distributing, and marketing of alcoholic beverages. In most of them, they work very similar. There's a couple of exceptions. I guess that is very similar to Pennsylvania in the US. So we do that as well. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, Miguel. And any questions for Miguel? Anita, you know Miguel already, right? I bet.
Miguel was one of my interviewees on my export-import forum.
That's right. Yes,
I think
yes.
was it last year already? I mean, it seems like a long time ago.
No, it wasn't that long. I know that the year has gone by quite rapidly, Anita, but it was this year. And open to chat anytime again with you and in your forum regarding international business and the stuff that I work in. So always welcome to have a chat on that.
Thank you. Well, we'll come up with something new to talk about because there's always a lot. Yeah, we were talking about, that was the beginning of the tariff stuff. So yeah, we can change subjects now.
Okay.
And yeah, now that we have you, let's just go with you.
Hi, everybody. Anita Rodal, president of SBPI Services. We represent several currency exchange companies, and we help importers, real estate investors, global companies, lower not only their rates, but their rate fluctuation risks on their cross-border payments. Then domestically within the United States, we broker SBA business loans as well as other types of business loans and equipment finance. And tapping into my undergrad degree in linguistics, I offer private pronunciation coaching. I work with business professionals, actors, and diplomats so they can speak a more region neutral American English. Everything is done via Zoom. So it doesn't matter where you are. We just find a convenient time and do the sessions that way. Anita Rodal, SVPI Services.
Thank you, Nida. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your experience in Venezuela and Spain, and a little bit of that side of your background.
Oh, sure. So I grew up knowing that I was going to move to Venezuela someday because I had cousins that lived in Maracaibo. Unfortunately, by the time I was old enough to move there, they were back in the States because in 76, the petro industry was nationalized in Venezuela. But it turned out I had other relatives in Caracas. So when I graduated college, I moved there for 3.5 years. I set up fitness programs for health clubs there, and I was a columnist with the only English language newspaper in Venezuela, the Daily Journal. Got married over there, came back here, and now I do most of my traveling to Spain, where my mother-in-law and that part of the family is, or Australia, where my younger niece lives, or New York, where my older niece lives, and lots of places in between just for grins and giggles. So anywhere I can travel, I'm happy to go.
Excellent. I'm glad I asked because I didn't know about the specifics of what you did in Venezuela. So I'm glad I asked.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. And I put this in the chat, but if anybody, Leticia, you mentioned that you have a cat and a dog, or you like?
I have a cat and a dog, yes.
Yeah. So I have a pet project I've started, inspired by my blind cat, Radar. I'm designing toys for cats that will be really good for blind cats, but great for sighted cats. And I have a bunch of other products that I will be designing, but the first one I'll be launching next year is a toy to keep your cat busy when you're not at home, to be tossing
This
the
is
toy.
for me.
I know, right?
This is
Right? So sign up for my
everything.
newsletter.
Yes, I will.
Good. So I put the link to my newsletter, sign up, tell everybody you know who has cats. Because when I get ready to launch, I will give a special inaugural discount to my newsletter people. And in the meantime, you get to follow my journey and all my fun research and what actually it takes to launch a new product from the ground up when you're bootstrapping it. So stay tuned.
That's great.
Congrats on that, Anita. That's awesome. That's great. Cool. Perfect. Any questions for Anita? And if not, let's just move back to Canada with Rob Arthurs in Vancouver. Rob, welcome. Good to see you here today.
Thank you, Cesar. Nice to see you and nice to see everybody here. Merry Christmas and all the best to all of you in 2026. Hopefully it'll be a better year than 2025, although 25 it was a challenging year, but it was a learning year. So some of the cool things I've been working on recently is Canada has been really become an AI sort of center. So we've got AI agreements with Dubai, with UAE, with Qatar, a recent one with Microsoft, who's putting $8.1 billion into AI. And of course, that's all coming on the back of the Web Summit that's happening in Vancouver in March. And it is, God, the summit is going to be so big compared to what it even was last year. And it was a massive success, but such a huge component of AI will be part of that summit. So those are some cool things that are happening. Unfortunately for in Vancouver, our AI has grown substantially because we have a guy from the USA, and his name's Chris Krug, and he's an AI guru who came from Silicon Valley to move to Canada probably a dozen years ago. And he started doing things for Google to do with their AI out of Vancouver and stayed. And he's set up this massive AI network here in Vancouver. So we were blessed to have some of your talents from Silicon Valley living in Canada in my area, and what he does, because he attracts such good talent. So those are some cool things. Also working on part of the largest trade mission in Canadian history of about 600 businesses will be heading to Mexico in February. So to three cities, Guadalajara, Monterrey, and Mexico City. So that's happening right now. So I'm organizing part of the West Coast contingent of Canadian businesses going to Mexico. And the moving parts to something like that. My background is trade missions. So for the Canadian government, when I was with the government, I organized trade missions, but nothing on this scale. And to have that many businesses and matching over 1,000 Mexican businesses to Canadian business is crazy. So the moving parts are something else. How it's all going to go down, I'm glad I'm not the guy signing off on it, but I'm the guy contributing to it. So very excited about that. So I'm, lots of good things. Still looking to connect with people that are in agri-tech. That's my wheelhouse is agri-tech and connecting companies and organizations and countries. So I work very closely with the government of Netherlands, government of Hungary, government of New Zealand, and hopefully the government of Mexico soon, and mostly in agri-tech, in matchmaking their entrepreneurs to our entrepreneurs in agri-technology. And I'll end on this. With all the agri-tech technology that's out there right now, starvation should be a word never ever used on this planet, because the technology that is out there that already exists is mind-blowing. And we could grow acres of greenhouses full of plants with a thimble of water. It's crazy the technology they've got out there right now. So I'll end on that. Thank you, Cesar. Nice to see you all.
Thanks, Rob. I see Leticia has a question. Leticia, go ahead.
I do have a question to Rob. Rob, the Web Summit that is going to happen in March is the same one that just happened in Portugal?
Yes, correct.
Okay,
Yep.
great.
Yep,
And
same organizers. So they
Same
did it for their North American base last year. They chose Vancouver to do it, and I think they signed a 5-year contract, Leticia, to keep doing it here. And so now they're added a whole another. We have a massive West Convention Center in downtown Vancouver, huge, and now they've taken over another convention center because it's growing exponentially.
So do you recommend us to go to the Vancouver Web Summit next year?
I don't know your business, Leticia. So if we connect on LinkedIn, I put my contact in there, and if I knew a little bit more about your business, I'd give you my recommendations.
That's perfect. I'll send you a link. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Leticia, if you're out, maybe you can add a summary in the chat with your LinkedIn. I cannot see it. Maybe I missed it.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, so if you can put that would be great.
Okay, great.
Thanks. Doug, I see Doug, raise your hand.
Yeah, question for Rob. Thanks for that great update, Rob. Regarding the organizers for that in Mexico, what do you recommend for Global Chamber? Is there an opportunity for us to help on the Mexico side? And then, if there is, we'd love to connect. We're not aware of this group or what they're doing, but if there's a way and you think it might be valuable, we'd be happy to help on the Mexico side.
Doug, the short answer to that is I've been waiting for a contact for somebody in there to refer you to. That's why I've not said anything yet, because I'm still waiting for sort of the dust to settle on who's the organizer from the Mexican side. Right now, we have the Canadian consulates in both Guadalajara, Mexico, and Monterrey, but then there's the British Columbia government, the Alberta government, all the provinces have got offices in Mexico as well. So everybody, it's become a bit convoluted of, will the real leader please stand up? It's one of those things. And it's the same thing from the Mexico side. So what I expect to see probably within the next 2 weeks, Doug, some more solid things that I can refer to you.
Cool. Thank you. Thanks
You're
for
welcome.
thinking of us.
You're welcome.
Miguel.
Yeah, thank you, Cesar. Rob, nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
If I can help in any way on that mission, specifically in the state of Guanajuato, which is where I'm from, and I have a very big network there, I have a very close relationship with the Trade Commission of the state, which is the only state in Mexico that has an organization of that nature.
Mm.
I'm there quite often. I can certainly help if there's a need. Yeah, would love to help and get involved if you think it's suitable.
Well,
On the
Miguel,
other
give me.
hand,
I'll be
yes.
there. I'm in Mexico myself, December 30th for 5 weeks in Puerto Vallarta and Guadalajara. So when I get on the ground in Guadalajara, probably the first week of first week of January, I should have a little bit more answer, and that's when I can reach out to you as well.
Okay, be glad to connect on that and help. I will not be there in January. I'm right now in Bolivia and have scheduled to go back there towards the end of February. Actually, I have a
Okay.
flight on the 18th of February.
Okay.
I may move that flight, and I could move it if there's something else that I need to do over there. But so far, it would be around that day that I would get there. I have people on the ground there that can help me in Guanajuato. I mean, if you need help there, by all means, let me know. Now,
Sounds
I
good.
also started a project with a Spanish company that works with irrigation systems. And I'm gonna send you that information for you to take a look at and see if there's anything that you can do with that. If you see any synergies or you want to talk to this company or whatever, I'll send you the information shortly. Okay?
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miguel, and thank you, Rob. I'm gonna put you in touch with a couple of people in Guadalajara. I met last year the director of the Canada Mexico Chamber for that
Oh,
region. So it's Luisa Vargas. I'm gonna put you in touch with her when I guess you know Luis Miranda, right?
I do not, Cesar, and that's
Okay.
please, yeah, do that. Make sure you loop it in from the global chamber as well, so that I can keep you in the loop with my conversations
Yep.
with her. That might be the way that we're going to go through the door and get a little more information.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna take care of that. And I lived
Per-
4 years in Guadalajara, so I can recommend a couple of food places for
Okay,
you
very good.
that we can take offline. Perfect. Um, Jim Cook. Hi, Jim. Good to see you, as always.
Well, everybody on the panel, happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas. That was my turn, right?
Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Jim Cook. The company, excuse me, is Doctor of Startups. And I was talking to somebody on another Zoom. There's even a story behind the Doctor of Startups. I did not come up with that. We turned a gentleman down, told him not to do it. He called 2 years later and said, "You were right." We got him back on track. He's the one that gave me the name for that company, our company. Tagline is easy. If you've got a solution, a scalable solution to a recognized problem, we handle unicorns. We handle what we call one-offs, which will be something very, very competitive, but it's unique. So it takes a particular journey with an exit. We have something called a run, which is, well, basically it's a unicorn with no IP and a moat. So we take him in a whole different path. That's one of these things where they want to hide themselves, become the first to market type program. And then we got a thing called what we call a run. So we got a don't crawl, which means we'll politely say no. We've got a walk, which is that one off that we know is competitive and noisy. So you work on your exit. We have a run, which is a unicorn without an IP or moat. So they have a whole different journey. And then what we call a sprint. There we get real serious. That's what we do. Startups to international.
Thank you, Jim. And I see Honore. Honore, I don't know if you're there, but I know you were looking to connect in the Orlando area. You're busy in the Orlando area. Have you had the chance to connect with Jim already?
Yes. Hi guys, I'm Honore. I'm in Orlando, man, but I've not been able to. I've been able to connect with them online, but in person, I've not been able to. It's been hectic though. I just like right now. I just came back. I said, let me put the computer on. I was about to go get even a dinner. I said, no, I got this message that there's a meeting. Then I joined. I'm still in Orlando. After this meeting, I'm going to meet some people in Orlando. So anyway, the presentation has been good so far. Let me present myself. I'm Honore. I'm an international tax consultant. So just like what Leticia said, she's on the legal side of cross-border transaction. I'm on the tax side. So I help companies with mostly their planning. US company going outside of the country, US individuals going outside of the country, and who owns businesses outside the country. And I also help foreigners who are moving into the US with like pre-immigration tax planning. I'm a company with other individuals or high net worth individuals or companies moving into the US. I help them with like their tax planning, and I also follow up with their compliance issues like preparing return. But pre-immigration tax planning is very important when a company is trying to access the US market, so that they know so they know what they should be expecting from the tax side, because that's one thing which I've noticed based on my experience, that they neglect tax. But when they discover that they have to file, or the amount of disclosure they have to disclose to the US government, which they are not used to in their home country. So it became very problematic for them. So I see those type of people. I know people who are moving into the US, what they are thinking is to get into the market. When you get into the market, you get some market shares. Now you have to tell the IRS how much you made, so that they tell you how much you have to pay taxes. So that's where I come in. And I work with all type. I work with small businesses. I work with startups. I work with high net worth individuals. Yeah. In a nutshell, that's what I do. And I serve clients all over the place. Another good thing is I speak French. I speak a little bit of Spanish plus English.
Thank you, Nora. And you're based, I think, is South
In
Carolina?
Charlotte, North
Oh,
Carolina,
Charlotte.
but I'm in Orlando right now.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Any
Yeah,
questions for Nora?
Jim,
And
I
you're a
think
new
I'll.
member as well,
Oh yeah,
like
Jim,
Geraldine.
I think I will go to that Cafe Tutu.
I was just going to give you a quick chat on that Cafe Tutu.
Yes, I think I will stop by. Yesterday was hectic, man. I left that place around 9 o'clock. I went straight to bed. Like right now, I have to meet somebody at 8 o'clock. So, but I really needed to attend this. There was something, I think, Doc, there was something for Africa the other day. I was on mute. I could not present myself, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's the monthly call. So next month you probably we can
Yes.
give you the date. I can take a look at that and send you the invite, and we make sure you participate.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I would like
Excellent.
to do that. Yeah.
And I think the other, because I remember the other place where you are interested, of course, is in the region, is in Georgia, in Atlanta, Georgia. You're
Yes.
interested to make connections, and you should definitely connect with Jermail, which is next in line. Jermail Lewis Johnson. Welcome, Jermail. Good to see you.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good to see you guys as well. Yes, I'm still getting settled, but I pretty much finished unpacking, and right now I'm looking forward to my daughter's break from school. I've been trying to find time to do more networking, so I saw this notification. Let me get on there today. But yeah, there's some people I haven't connected with on here still, so I did send some of you guys some messages already while I was in here. So I hope to connect with you guys one on one. I'm a customs broker. I just moved to Georgia now, so I previously was in New York. So I do the customs clearance for a lot of different types of products like vehicles, live animals like live coral, different types of food products. Sometimes doing compliance. I work with a lot of lawyers. So I try to like connect people with lawyers to help them out with the compliance piece because a lot of times people don't know anything at all. So I'm like, that's going to take a lot of time. So I always use my partners that I make connections with to send them connections so that they can get all the information and have really a deep breakdown so that they can make sure they're importing, exporting properly. So I connect with international trade lawyers, immigration lawyers, freight forwarders, customs brokers, whether they're in the US or not, because, of course, sometimes you need someone on the other side as well. So making those connections are very helpful. Um, just like to talk to people. The networking part is very fun. So I've worked with some of you guys like Shalom. I think he already announced it before. I worked with Shalom before. I've worked with a couple of people actually in Global Chamber. So if you guys ever have, like, I always ask people send me their business flyers. I'm trying to make sure I remember everything that you guys do, so I can always send the referrals back your way. I've actually sent referrals to a lot of people that do product sourcing as well. So if you're a product sourcing agent, be sure to reach out to me. I'll save your information. People will contact me about products, and I'm like, oh, well, I don't know, but I know all these product sourcing agents, so I'll send the connection your way. So if you guys, my information's in the chat, we could always connect on LinkedIn. And thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you, Romeo. How have you done much work with Brazil?
You said with Brazil?
Yeah.
I haven't had, no, I was actually supposed to secure a client from Brazil this year, but because of the tariffs, they end up changing their mind. So it was supposed to be like a really high value shipment, so that kind of stopped it. The tariffs have been kind of like a back and forth thing with my business. Like I'll be able to get a potential client and then the tariffs will go up and then they change their mind, which I understand why, because it's way more expensive. So
Yeah.
it's been a battle trying to still grow during this time with all the tariff changes. But you still get a lot of people are still importing, so just gotta look into different types of commodities, I guess, and countries.
Yeah, no, I asked because probably connecting with Joao and Leticia for anything import
Oh yeah,
export related, that will make sense.
no, for sure. If you guys want to connect, I have no problem. I already connected with Leticia already on LinkedIn.
Perfect.
Yeah, Jamil,
But
I
yeah,
think this problem they are solving right now. I think they getting a better agreement with the tariff stuff. I hope everything goes well and you can solve that problem for you.
yeah, that would be very nice. And then
Yeah,
I can reach out to that client from before, so we'll see what happens.
yeah,
Hopefully
yeah.
soon.
I think we're in a better direction now.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Perfect. Any question for Jamil? And if not, well,
Hey,
Miguel.
I do.
yes.
What prompted?
Hello,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Jamil.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Just real quick, I'll send you a note regarding sourcing and a couple of other things.
Okay.
Just wait for a message from me. I mean, we have
Got it.
connected on LinkedIn. And,
Yes.
we have chatted before, so I'll send you a quick note on that. Okay?
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Anita, you wanted to go as well. Go
Yeah, go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. What prompted the move from New York to Georgia?
Well, my grandma lives here, so I really wanted to be closer to my grandma. I have other family here as well. Just getting support with my daughter, honestly. In New York, my mom actually retired, and she actually was planning to like deal more with My mom's from Panama, so she was planning to go back and forth. I was like, I'm not gonna have that much help, so I wanted to go where I can get more assistance with my daughter, honestly, and I have more support here, so that's why I came here.
That makes all the sense in the world.
Hmm.
Better weather too, right?
Yes, much warmer.
A lot is happening there. Like we got well, we've got Dana Austin, but now Donna Smiley, a new member, part of the board, and a couple people. Like there's a lot of interest in the region. So I think
Yeah.
next year we're gonna be doing more.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah. All right. So Basil, welcome, and I'm really excited. Next year we're in conversations to have a networking series of events. Because Basil is an expert on this, and I'm sure we all members and our entire team can learn a lot from that. So Basil, please introduce yourself and tell us more
Sure.
about your business, your
Okay,
background.
very well, thank you. My name is Basil. I'm with the BL Networking Institute. How do I explain what we do? You know how you drive a car? You went to driving school, you get a driver license, all right? What we discovered 20 years ago is that when it comes to networking, most people were left alone. They were never taught how to network. We discovered that 20 years ago. It took us 20 years, 300 hosted events to codify networking and turn it into a science. Our program has been approved by George Mason University, so we teach it through George Mason University, and professionals and business people can also take it and have it count as continuing education credit. What's interesting about what we do is that's one of those things we never thought about. Most people, I was talking to a senior executive, and I show her a program, and she told me, listen, I'm going to tell you a story, but don't tell that to anybody. She told me, I just hired a business development person. I told her everything. Then I told her, now go and network. And she turned around and told her, but you didn't teach me how to network. That is something that has been omitted in our society and our culture. We are fortunate that we discovered that 20 years ago and codified the subject. I'm very much looking forward to working with the Global Chambers because the Global Chambers at the top, if we work together and we'll do well, and that way we can bring that to the entire planet. We discover that the quality of your life is proportional to the quality of your networking. We discover that the amount of money you'll make is proportional to the quality of your networking. So we need to move fast to get that information to people as rapidly as possible. Again, my name is Basil. I'm going to put my information in the chat. If there's any way I can help or you just want to reach out to me, I'll happily connect with you and talk to you, share that with you. And I'm looking forward to working with the chamber really to just share that information. It is dramatically changing life. Yesterday, I was in a whole day training with a corporate here in Maryland. They were just like this. Yet they are up against it day in, day out, each and every minute. And nobody ever told them what this thing is. So very passionately can tell about it, and I'm looking forward to help. Thank you.
Thank you, Basil. As I mentioned, we were trying to do more on this topic. We were talking briefly about networking virtually that we've been doing in the last hour and follow-ups and engaging as keywords that people sometimes they forget. They just he didn't reply, but you need to follow up, you need to engage, you need to foster a longer relationship at the end. So that's again we're going to be covering that next year. And any questions for Basil? And if not, and I think that's all for the group here. David is actually an AI note taker. I realized, but I would like to share. I just put in the chat there's a special offer. This member was supposed to join. Since I have something that I can share, I would just share it. I told him no worries, I will share it in the meeting. It's a special offer for cybersecurity services. I'm just gonna drop the website there as well. I'm just sharing here just for you to recognize is Legion Cyberworks, and they support SMEs and larger companies with cybersecurity and threat prevention. So if you see it's a 10% off until the end of the month. So maybe not for you, maybe for someone in your network. But there might be a really good opportunity to follow up there. Hopefully we can have him next time. And then maybe I can wrap it up telling a little bit about me. I think I never speak about me. I see the Feliz Navidad from Jim there in red. That's cool. So I'm based in Puerto Rico. I was born and raised here. My background is in international trade, and I lived 4 years in Mexico in Guadalajara. I always say, Miguel, that Mexico is my second country. I did spend some time in Arizona. That's where I started with Doug and the Global Chamber, but I've been back home for some time now. So that's it. And anyone has anything else to add? Any wishes for 2026? Go ahead, Anita.
Well, first of all, I hope that 2026 is a healthy, happy, prosperous year for everyone and the world in general. We need peace everywhere.
Amen.
I just wanted to mention that for the pronunciation coaching, I do give a 10% discount to Global Chamber members. So feel free to reach out if it's something you're looking to improve on or you know somebody else who needs to improve.
Thank you, Anita. And actually, that
Thank you,
reminds
Nina.
me. I wanted to mention them. So I know we have you all have probably heard about Globi and the different technologies we're trying to implement. It's been taking longer. We're starting using part of it, but something we want to add to the mix of things is this type of special offers and deals, and that's something we want to. That's in the list. Probably not for the launch, but that's something we want to add there because there's a lot of value and we have this form. If you haven't filled out the form, please do. I've been using it. It's been very helpful, and we have the whole special offer questions there. And so I realized there are a lot of members that are open to do offers, and so that's something that we're trying to do more as part of the whole Globi connections and the portal for everyone to connect, and so you don't have to wait for us or for this meeting, so you can be more direct to action and connect. And so yeah, that's it. I think we can wrap up for today, and we have the League of Opportunities tomorrow in about 15 hours, and we actually that one is going to be busy. I have confirmed a couple people. So if you're around, you're more than welcome to join us. It's going to be 11 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific. So thank you everyone for joining us today. It's been a pleasure. I'm happy that we were able to do the roundtable. It's always good to do that, and especially when we have new members like Geraldine and Honore. So thanks again, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good fin de semana.
Igual, igual. Feliz Navidad.
Igual, igual. Happy Hanukkah.